Hello, hello. Sorry, I didn't realize the time. In terms of how long I've been on this starting screen for. Let's get this going. Yo, Ray, how's it going? Good to see you. Hope you why is it so quiet? Okay. Hope you hope uni went well yesterday. Yeah, hope you managed to get some rest afterwards, maybe. It went well? Nice. It's good to hear. But I can see it up late again. So yeah, hopefully you get some rest soon. And hopefully you don't have to wake up too early tomorrow. The professor said everything. Sorry. The professor said everyone in the module probably passed. What does that mean? Probably passed. What does that mean exactly? Does that mean he's just had a glance? I mean, yeah, obviously that's a good thing. But I guess it would be even worse than if someone ended up not passing. Because they'd be like, what the hell? You told me that everyone was probably going to pass. So it's kind of an interesting, it's almost like a promise. So I kind of find that weird. Yeah, he was like, oh, we've looked at your works and it all looks good so far. Okay, well that's awesome. And hopefully, yeah, hopefully that, yeah, hopefully it all works out. Sound like a yeah, exactly, sounds like a promise. So yeah, hopefully he wasn't sugarcoating it for anyone, but I'm sure you'll do great. Things sound a little bit loud now. I actually turned the sound a little bit down. Maybe just put it down to like there. Maybe they've updated it a little bit. Okay, I think I see what's happening. The sound effects, I don't know if there has been an update, but the sound effects sound quite loud now compared to everything else. It might just be this boss. Does it sound too loud? It sounds louder than last night. It might just be this boss. Anyway, speaking of this boss, definitely the hardest boss so far, but mostly I would say 90% of the difficulty is due to a combination of questionable design decisions and jank, and also the frame rate. So even though I'm playing on performance mode, There have been a few frame drops here and there, and this fight has had more frame drops than most of the game so far. So that's obviously affecting just like, I don't know, reaction times and stuff like that. And then also, yeah, he has like wind attacks, and so some of his attacks are like, the hitboxes are questionable, I would say. And then he just has a few. He has in the second phase he has a kick attack, which is kind of like a grab, but he kicks you, and it almost like is instant. Like there's almost a zero warning, like animation warning, so you can't really react. So I'm just gonna reset here because obviously I'm not yeah. So this definitely has been a bit of a tough boss, and I would say it's skewing on more the side of kind of frustrating challenge versus fun challenge. But it's been the first boss in the, like, I think this is boss number, I've probably fought a dozen bosses already. Like there's a lot of bosses in this game, and this is the first one that has been not quite as fun as it could be. So it's not a bad track record, honestly. Yeah, frame drops are always not cool. I just spent my night fixing my PNG tubing software. Oh, okay. It was really fun. Mostly some technical fixes, no actual feature implementation, but improvement is improvement. Nice. What specifically were you like, what technical fixes were you needing to do on that? Yeah, the frame drops, especially in phase 2. It's not bad. It's not as bad in phase 1, but when you get to phase 2, there's sand just going everywhere, and it just drops the frames. And so that definitely makes, in a game like this where it's all about reaction time, it's all about perfect dodge, you kind of need 60 frames a second to be consistent to make it a fair fight, and this boss doesn't have it yet. I'm hoping they're going to do a patch at some point and just improve some of the optimization thingies. But it's fine. See, that attack, that getting hit there, that's on me. So he has a lot of, I mean, he's a big boss, I guess, but he has a lot of hyper armor and poise, I suppose. And so if I get stuck in my combo, the very last attack where you kind of jump up and do a downward attack, you don't have any iframes on your combo, and you don't have any hyper armor on your combo. At least not for a guy like this. So you can easily get caught out. So you have to be a little bit careful with this boss fight specifically. You have to be very careful on spamming R1 because you will get punished. And I think that's fine. That's on me to learn to be a bit more, to learn this boss. Like right there, see how I was jumping up? It's very consistent. It's almost like there's a weird timing thing where anytime I'm in that final attack of my combo, it's just always like coincidental that he's also ready to do his next attack combo, and it just catches me every time. But that's on me. But the frame drops, that's on the devs. See, I got lucky that time. He was almost going to hit me, but the timing was a little bit in my favor. Yeah, phase 1's fine. Phase 2 is where the frame drops really hit, and he has some slightly janky hitboxes, which doesn't help anyway. Oh, he's staggered. Yeah, like that. That was a very questionable hitbox. His fist didn't even hit me. It was like the side of his fist, but there was like air between his fist and me. So that's what I mean by the hitboxes. I think they need to tweak a few of those, in my humble opinion. So this is where the frame drops really hit because of all the sand effects and everything. There were some server ports hard-coded in the web UI, so I had to transfer the settings to the web UI in order to make it not break when you change the server port. I see, in the settings. Also, the blink frequency. Oh, okay. And animation intensity were also hard-coded. Now they're configurable. Oh, cool. Okay, I see what you're saying. So you were just doing some refactoring essentially. Make it a bit more configurable and more flexible. Nice. That sounds like fun. For like an engineer. It sounds like fun for someone that knows what they're doing. That's what I mean. Actually, give me 1 second. I do know, yeah. So I work in I'm a designer. So I work with engineers all the time. So yes, I know certain concepts. Sorry, give me 1 second. I think I need to change my mixer. It's a little bit loud in my ears. Okay, see how that goes. Oh, okay. The good thing about this is even though you can't fully animation cancel, you can be very tight about finishing a animation and going straight into a roll. It's very tight. So even though it's not like full-on animation cancel, it still feels quite responsive. So there was a moment just there where I was pressing R1 a few times. I think it was in the 3rd or 4th hit, and then I was spamming roll because I could see him attacking me, and I rolled just at the right time before he was able to hit me. So yeah, the response, the what's the word I'm looking for? I guess, yeah, like responsiveness when the frames are playing nice. It's a very responsive game. The combat feels, it's a little bit, it's basic combat, right? It's very similar to something like Stellar Blade. That's more recent in my memory at least. But it's very fluid, and it's very yeah, responsive. Except when you have frame drops. The only thing I would like is that final combo, because this game is you can't change your weapon, right? So you can't say, hey, I want a fast weapon, or I want a big, heavy, slow weapon, or I want to do a bow build, or kind of like a Souls game, Elden Ring, that kind of thing. You only have this staff, which means there's only one attack animation in the entire game. And so because of that, that's your only offensive option, other than like spells and stuff. So with that in mind, you have a fast attack combo, and the final hit in that combo is you kind of jump up and spin around, and then you do a downward attack. That's the final, like the finisher move in the combo. I think they should add either iframes to that final combo move, or some hyper armor, so at least you can kind of tank through if you get hit. Because the combat is so limiting, and you have so little options. All I have is this staff. You can get different skins for it, but it's the same weapon. So because the combat is so limiting, I think they would need... Personally, I think they need to offset that limitation by making the combos a bit more... adding a bit more reward to getting that final combo. Because it takes a while to... You've got to do like this is the full combo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So sorry, I said 6. It's 5. That 5th one, because it's called a finisher, and it's hard to... Oh my god. Yeah, this visual bugs happen sometimes. Because that 5th one is so hard to pull off, because most of the time, because it takes so long to do it, most of the time you have to like give up because the enemy's going to attack you. Because most of the time enemies will have their own poise, right, or hyper armor, so they can attack you. So when you do put it off, it's like almost like it's a reward. But because you don't have hyper armor and you don't have iframes, the enemies can just like knock you back down. And it feels a little bit unbalanced because this is the only weapon I can use. I can't use a different weapon which is heavier and faster and gives me more poise or, you know, whatever it is. So I think that's a little bit of a small misbalance in the combat. So that's like one thing I've noticed with this game. If I was to critique the combat specifically, I don't mind simpler combat in terms of like you only have one weapon, because Sekiro was like that. But I think they could do a few tweaks to the combo system to make it a little bit more fair. Because most of the time you have to cancel out after, you know, number 3 or 4 to not get hit. The one good thing is you can spec into having roll not interrupt your combo, which is nice. But sometimes you have to do more than one roll. Sometimes you have to roll and get out. So it's not always the solution. Right, I need to actually kind of lock in here and pay attention. And actually get to phase 2 and learn phase 2 again. There was a giant bug with wings in my... I would move. I would just move house. Yeah, never... Yeah. That was your first mistake. Why are you opening the window? Yeah, I'll just move. Fuck that. Fuck. So there's an example of me getting punished for the combo. Because there's no iframes, no hyper armor. Yeah, I need to be careful with stamina. Oh, you normally always have the window open? Really? Yeah, where I live, I would never have the window open at night. There would be so many, especially not, I mean, in Australia, same thing. You would not want to be opening your window at night. I mean, in some places, yeah, that's probably actually true. But there's the... If you're afraid of bugs, there's things worse than death that you can experience. Alright, here we go. Phase 2. Properly. So he turns into Sandman and does like little different attacks. And then the second one comes in here. And then... yeah, and he's here. So this is where the frames start to drop. Some of these attacks. There's like a lot of particles in the air. He did a weird move. That's the kick. That's the kick. Like, obviously there is an animation. See, and frames. Like, that... I got hit before the hitbox of that giant bug thing hit me. So this is what I'm saying. I think actually phase 1 is okay. Phase 2 is the problem. Phase 2 is the problem. It's a problem from the frames, and it's a problem from all the jank and just like crappy hitboxes and stuff. So yeah, I think they do need to fix this. Okay, Yeah, I forgot about that AoE. That kick he does, there's like no warning, and it's almost like a lot of Souls games do this, and it's kind of annoying. You could be here, the person's like arm or whatever could be here, so he's missed, right? He's like, you're here and he's missed you, but in the next frame, it's like a magnet. It collides you two together. It moves your position by a few pixels and moves the boss's position by a few pixels in order to grab. And I think that's a very unfair mechanic, especially in games like this where hitboxes are meant to be so precise, right? Because you can roll and dodge and stuff like that. But I've seen it in most games, including Elden Ring, and I think devs need to stop doing that. Maybe it's I get the feeling it's very hard to design bosses and enemies that can grab the character because of collision and stuff like that. So I understand that the magnet mechanic is a way to kind of like cater for the fact that it's not realism, it's a video game. But at the same time, I'm like, it's kind of bullshit when you try and roll away from like a grab attack and you are physically not in range of the enemy's hand or foot or whatever, and yet in the next frame now he's grabbed you. So and that again is like it's a hitbox thing more than anything else. Yeah, but the kick grab thing that he does, because it locks you into an animation. The reason I call it a grab is because it's the equivalent of a grab, where grab like will lock you into an animation while the boss is like throwing you around or whatever, right? So it's like that, but he kicks you. But I feel like it's impossible unless you're physically like a meter away or something. Any closer, I feel like it's impossible to dodge, unless you're incredibly lucky and you happen to just be pressing roll at that exact moment anyway. So I think as soon as you see it coming, it's already got you. Like a frame later, it's already there. That's at least how it feels. Yeah, I need to use my skills a bit more, because they do kind of like stagger him, and then I forget I've got immobilize. I should use that. Like, you're obviously meant to use the skills in this game. Yeah, there's the frames, that fucking wind attack, and it's like, how am I supposed to see? It's wind, it's invisible. How am I supposed to see what to dodge and what not to dodge when it's an invisible attack? Like, the wind itself is just this invisible hitbox. Ooh, nice. I staggered him again. Holy shit. Also, there's no repost in this game. I think that was a missed opportunity. Because there's a few different ways that you can, like, essentially stagger an enemy and knock them onto the floor. There's no repost. And that's a real shame. Because that's one of the... That's always like a... That's like a staple of these games, right? It's like oh, I forgot about the invisible wall. I'll talk about that in a sec. But yeah, having reposts on or critical strikes on downed enemies is like a staple of these games. It creates that risk reward mechanic. Sorry, dynamic, right? Whereas if you're passive, you're gonna have a hard time, right? If you're aggressive, it's tough because you might get hit, but the reward is you might stagger the enemy, and then you can do a ton of damage. This game doesn't have that, and I think it's what adds to the simplistic nature of the combat. That grab, I don't know how to dodge it. I press roll, but he's already kicking me. I don't know how to. Do you have a bullshit thing with this second phase? There's I'm on it right now. I was just pressing backwards there. There is an invisible wall. I think it's something to do with the wind, I suppose. But the funniest part is, it's an invisible wall for you, but it's not an invisible wall for the boss. So there is absolutely, and this happened last night. There were times where the boss is behind the invisible wall. Okay, so that means you can't hit him, but he can hit you because he's obviously got range. Like he's got a long, he's bigger than you. He's got long arms and has a long weapon. And it's just like, how did they not QA test this? Where there's an invisible wall, you can't get past it, and he's a little bit behind it, and he's fucking hitting you. It's the equivalent of that. It's the equivalent of like a giant person holding their arm back on a small person, and that small person can't reach the tall, like the giant, but the giant can like hit them. It's the same. It's like equivalent to that. So yeah, phase 2 has a lot of things wrong, and they add up to I wouldn't say it's the most frustrating boss ever. It's actually not that frustrating, but it's just there's just a lot of small things that make this boss not that great, and it's the first one in this game for me that has been like this. You think you're trying to ignore the bug? Alright. Hopefully, well, I don't know. I wouldn't be able to, but yeah. I'm sure it's absolutely fine, but even just knowing something's there, I wouldn't be able to sleep. Yeah, in Germany. That's true. But even just the sound, even just knowing there's something there, even though it's completely irrational, I would not be able to sleep. I didn't mean to do that. Alright, Ray, I hope you have a good sleep. Thank you again for stopping by. It's always good to see you. And yeah, hopefully the bug does not hopefully just sticks to itself. And yeah, I'll catch you soon. Why can't I do immobilize? Oh, I did it and it... Sometimes you will use a skill and you'll get interrupted, but it's like a weird timing thing. If you get interrupted at the right moment, it will consume the skill but not do the skill. And I think in this day and age, that shouldn't really be a mechanic. I know back in the day there was, I'm pretty sure Dark Souls 1 did this. It was possible to heal and then get interrupted and lose the heal and not get the health. Actually, I don't even know if Dark Souls did that, but I know they have. I've definitely experienced situations like that. But I feel like in this day and age, that shouldn't happen anymore. You should be able to know when when something has been consumed or not. Such a weird, like, animation for him to come back in. Fuck. Oh, that's fine. Sometimes you can do that when they're in the air and then you can't hit them. It's a complete waste. Okay. That one I did have enough warning for because it wasn't doing it out of a combo. It's still very fast. I pressed roll as soon as I saw it and it was already too late. I can't hit him because of the invisible wall. I think, honestly, I think it's by design. But it's a crappy design. Because he will, like, it's almost like he's going into the... It's almost like he's going into the, yeah, he's going into the fog to kind of get a breather. That's like... That's so shit. Yeah, see, he goes into there to... He goes behind the invisible wall to, like, grab a breather, whatever. Fuck, I need to dodge to the left or right for that. It makes it very hard to be aggressive in phase 2. Ow. Didn't mean to do that. Every time I see it happening, I press circle and it's already too late. Wrong button. I'm gonna use this now because honestly, it's actually really hard to use this form in his second phase because he's so much more like, he's so much more like he just dodges out and goes behind the fog wall and shit, and you just can't get him. I honestly, I really don't like this phase. I try not to use it because you have this separate health bar and he does quite a bit of damage, but it's actually not a really good transformation anyway. I feel like the range on that wolf character is really bad. Like you push forward and attack, and it's like he doesn't move, so he's attacking on the spot, and so you end up not hitting the enemy half the time. It's really weird, but it feels quite sluggish. We got to phase 2 with decent heals. Come on. I need to heal. That was so lucky. He went to do the kick, but I was in like my heavy attack combo. Shit, I can't see. Oh, fuck my life. Oh, that was lucky. You've got to roll real early on that. The hitbox is really inaccurate. Okay, this is his third phase. This one was weird because I think there's like invisible wind, whirlwind attacks or something, because I was just like randomly like flying up in the air. It was really fucking strange. Okay, I have like no health. So. The invisible wall, it's bullshit. He's literally camping behind there. Come over here. Like, I'm assuming it's by design, but it's like, what the fuck are they thinking? Okay, I've got this again. It's, I can't hit him. He's behind the fucking wall. I actually can't hit him. Like, what were they thinking? I can't hit him. I can't hit him. It's actual bullshit. Yeah, okay, so there is like a whirlwind thing. It's very hard to see, especially if it's behind you, and especially because you're in a whirlwind, so there's like effects on effects. Yeah, this boss is just not being designed very well. But I'm getting close, so I'm not going to do it this time, obviously, because one hit and I'm dead. But definitely getting close. And again, I can't hit him. He's behind the wall again. Dude, oh, this is such bullshit. It's such bullshit. Like, he literally dances around, so, and like with attacks, so you're dodging. As soon as like he stopped his combo, so you go to hit him, he goes back behind the fucking wall. Hmm. I don't know what's happening here. There you go. Perfect example. It took my skill, but did not, like, it consumed the skill, but I got interrupted. That should give me back my skill, 100%. There's no reason why that would be the case. There's no reason why you should get punished by trying to use a skill and getting interrupted and it consuming the point but not giving you the skill. Do one or the other. Either allow like hyper armor so that the skill still procs, or cancel the skill but still give me the point so I can try it again, you know? And unless it consumes the cooldown but does not consume mana. I actually have a feeling maybe it doesn't consume mana, so that's actually not... That's better. That's better. I'll have to check next time, because I have more mana than I was expecting, so that might be what's happening. So you waste the cooldown, but not the mana. If that's the case, I can get on board with that. I keep doing that by mistake. What thingies do I have? Damage reduction. Increased damage. I suppose I can try using some of these. Oh. That's fine.
一个骷髅的病鬼，命到挺硬。
My thingies run out already. There's no status icon when I use the pills, or at least when I use the damage reduction. Sorry, the damage increase one. It's kind of interesting. At least that proc this time. Oh, that fucking kick. Sorry, this is bullshit. This is a bullshit boss. I knew I jumped too late, but either way, it's irrelevant because the hitbox does not hit you. Or I should say, you get damaged before the hitbox hits you. I wonder if you know what? I'm gonna respec because this is a bullshit boss. So fuck it. Where do I? There you go. So I'm gonna be. Do I want to keep track of what I've invested in? Nah, not really. Okay. We'll figure it out later. So I'm just gonna go all in on defense and health and probably some stamina. Oh shit, I can't do these unless I... Okay. Okay. Maximum might... Wait, what? Oh, attack. Maybe I'll go for that, because I... Yeah, I'm just kind of just trying to go for attack. I don't think I'm too worried about stamina. Oh, I probably need that, though. Yeah, and then... Okay, let's see how that goes. And then, what was the other? Oh, crafting? No, sorry, brew. Oh, you can't reset those here. Oh, medicine. No. Okay, I must have to talk to the guy. He is just here, though.
道祖慈悲，好汉福
So,
寿无量。
let's remake them.
版本弃澄清，物内换重新。
And then, let's go for... I think probably defense makes the most sense. So let's go for
内
defense.
炼成丹，
This should make me a little bit
外
less
炼
squishy for this
成
boss, and then I
法
can kind of endure the bullshit a bit more.
天若有丹，
Okay, let's see how that goes. Yeah, come on.
一个骷髅的病鬼，命刀挺硬。
That jumping attack is so fucking slow to hit. Like, unless the enemy's like just standing still, like you're basically not gonna hit him with it. Hit him! Come on! Okay, he's probably gonna go into phase 2 now. If I was to guess. Okay, not yet. Okay, I'm definitely a lot less squishy now. Give me my stamina back. Fucking kick attack, honestly. The magnet effect on that is fucking bullshit. Absolute bullshit. How did that do so much fucking damage? I'm pressing circle. I am pressing circle as soon as it comes up, and it just fucking hits me anyway. I'm sorry, this boss. I'm really enjoying this game so far, but this boss sucks ass. Honestly, it's terribly designed. It feels very like you can feel that this is like just not as polished as the rest, regardless of difficulty. Some of the bosses have been definitely too easy, but still like fun to fight. This is just bullshit. Okay, so the respec did not help me really. I mean, this is probably not a good run, but he has like just under half his health, and I have no heals left. Even this guy doesn't have a hyper armor. Do the devs not know what hyper armor is? Well, they do, because they give it to every single boss. Fuck, I got no mana. Bro, that fucking kick, I rolled. Yeah, I think the other problem with this... The problem with a boss like this... If this was Elden Ring... And you had to like... You only had room for like 1 or 2 attacks in between each like dodge. You would be doing like 5 times the amount of damage that I'm doing. Like, next time I hit him... with an R1, you watch like how much damage 1 attack does. Look at that, it's barely a pixel. So this game revolves around you being able to like be very aggressive and get a lot of attacks in. And so for other bosses it's been kind of fine, but this boss in particular, the way they've designed him, especially phase 2, it's very hard to hit him more than a few times. And so you can play like more carefully, but then guess what? It's going to take you 45 minutes to beat him, because if you're doing like 1 pixel of damage per hit, you're going to be there for fucking ages. Look at that damage, it's nothing. So I feel like they've designed this boss thinking they think they're Elden Ring or Dark Souls when they design this boss. Because if they want you to like roll, do 1 or 2 attacks and then roll away, you need to be doing like, yeah, like 300% the damage that I'm doing, at least. And because this isn't a build-based game, like I can't like equip a different, like a heavy weapon and just do a shit ton of damage, you know. And the trade-off be like that it's slow attacks, because you don't have that option. So yeah, I don't know. Did one person design this boss and someone different design the fighting mechanics, and they didn't talk to each other? Because this feels very much at odds with how this game is supposed to be played. You're supposed to be very aggressive and do lots of attacks in like at once, which